The brightness of this day has given me the opportunity to bring you this video. Welcome back to my channel, Winging It with AC. My name is AC. So once again, we have come back to the topic of breastfeeding. I've had a few moms in the past who have asked me how I stopped breastfeeding, how I weaned serum off breastfeeding. I've been promising people that I'll do this video. Here we are in 2022 and I am now doing this video, but it's still relevant information to anybody who may be in that stage, or if you know somebody who is in that stage. Now, I breastfed serum. In total we got to 19 months of breastfeeding. So that's basically a year and a half. Now I have a video on how I weaned him at night of breastfeeding. I'll leave the link in the description box, and I also have a playlist of videos concerning breastfeeding. I'll leave that in the description box as well. Now, how did I wean serum off? I really hope I remember like the details that will matter to anybody who needs it. But what I did, let's say from when he was about a year, and I think I started in September, so like at a year and 3-4 months, what I did was I started stretching out the feeding. So by the time he was 1, he was no longer I think I night weaned him at 10 or 11 months. So basically by the time he was 1, he was not breastfeeding at night, so I would breastfeed him in the morning when he wakes up, and then before he goes to bed, and during the day if I'm home, which I was, because this was corona times where we're home quite a bit more often. So sometime when he was a year and 3 months or 4 months, I started stretching out the feeds. So I dropped I would stretch out the feed such that maybe like during the day I wouldn't breastfeed him. So if I breastfeed him in the morning, the next time I would breastfeed him again would be at night before he goes to bed. And then I think after that I dropped the evening feed. I dropped one of them, I can't quite remember. And then so I went from, let's say, breastfeeding him twice a day to breastfeeding him once a day. Then after a few days or a week, I started stretching it to I went from once a day to every other day. So because I stopped pumping earlier on in the year before he turned 1, I stopped pumping, and so my milk supply reduced a bit, but I still had milk whenever he wanted to breastfeed. And then so I stretched it from once a day to once every other day. So if I breastfeed you today, tomorrow we are not drinking breast milk from mommy's boobs. I still had frozen milk, so I would give that to him in a bottle. Then the next day I was doing this to prevent getting engorged or mastitis. I think that's what it is. That's why I was doing that. So I didn't stop cold turkey. And then after a while, then I stretched it to every 2 days. So if, let's say, today is Monday and I breastfeed you, Tuesday we are not breastfeeding you, Wednesday we are not breastfeeding you, we'll breastfeed you on Thursday. And it got to a point where I would actually forget. Then I'd realize that, hey, maybe like 3 or 4 days has gone, but I'm not breastfeeding this boy. Then I'll catch him and breastfeed him. In all of those, there'll be times where he would ask like he's pulling your blouse or something, but I wouldn't mind him. But he didn't do it too often. What really motivated me to want to wean him off breastfeeding was the tantrum he would throw when I decide, whoa, you've drank enough, I need to get up and go and do something. Then he would throw a tantrum, and that, honestly, the tantrum just used to annoy me. Just annoyed me. So I was like, I'm weaning you off. So basically that's what I did. I started stretching it out. So sometimes we would go 3-4 days no breastfeeding, then he would breastfeed. Then we'll go another 3-4 days breastfeeding. Then we'll go another 5-6 days. Then 1 week. So by the time we got to December, which he was at 19 months, we had really stretched it out to a week and a half or 2 weeks. Now I remember the very last time this boy breastfed. So this was early January, we went to go, it was one evening, we went to go and buy it was either late December or early January. We went to go and buy an ajuwachi. So on our way back, he was tired and cranky and whatnot. So I was okay, let me just breastfeed him till we get home. When we got home and I said, okay, we have got to home, so end of breastfeeding, this was the worst tantrum he had thrown from like me saying end of breastfeeding session. And the tantrum really annoyed me. I'm like, what is this, you know? So I said I didn't breastfeed him again. And then some weeks went by, and one day I was still in the bed and I said, oh Sarah, come and breastfeed. I don't even know what I did. And he looked at me and laughed. So I was offering the breast and he was laughing at me. And then he'll come close to me. Then it's like he'll use his nose to rub on the nipple, like you smell it. And then he'll look at me, he'll smile, he'll go away. I said, hey, like Richie laughed at me, son. Like that was it. That was it. So that's why I remember the very last time this boy breastfed. Like that was it for him. I will call him, he'll just come, so that he'll just squeeze the breast, laugh and run off. Like, take your thing. Abi, you say you're not giving me again, take it. So ladies, mothers, mothers to be, friends and family, this is how we weaned our little human off breastfeeding. So basically he stopped at 19 months because he wasn't 20 months yet. So yeah, I hope this information is helpful. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me in the comment section, or send me a DM on Instagram, or send me an email. So thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any video ideas that you would like to see on this channel, please do feel free to let me know what those video ideas are, especially relating to motherhood and toddlers, which is kind of like my experience right now. And I will do my best to get those videos to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.